For a while now, I've known that we are these infinite beings having this human experience, and that we live many different lifetimes, and that we're here to learn and grow. And for a long time, I thought my purpose here is to learn and grow as much as I can, so that in my next lifetime, I won't have to suffer as much, I won't have to learn as much, I won't have to go through the same lessons and difficulties that I had to in this lifetime. And I felt that that was my purpose on earth, and that was everyone's purpose on earth. But I was just thinking about it, and I was like, but why? Like, what is the point of learning and growing if we're just these infinite beings, and like none of it really matters at the end of the day? And I got this download. I kind of just had this knowing and realization that I think it's all just for fun. We are these like powerful godlike beings, although we're not really beings, because it's more of like an energetic thing, but it's just hard for us as humans to like imagine something like that. And we just want to like personify or anthropomorphize everything and see everything as like a person, kind of in the way that we like see God as a person. But it's just because we can't really imagine energy without assigning it to like a person or a thing. But we're these like godlike beings, and I think we were just like, let's like create this super vivid video game where we get to feel all these different emotions, this full spectrum of emotions. We get to have all these different experiences, and let's create like love and hate and bad and good and all of these different things, all of these emotions, and let's like experience this to the point where we forget who we are, and we're just fully immersed in this game, in this experience, in this reality. And so I think it's literally all just for fun. Like, I don't think there is a point. I think you wanted to experience this because you were like, I just want to like feel something, and I want to experience all these different emotions and all these different things. And I've also thought for a long time that we do choose the life that we're gonna live, and we know everything that's gonna happen, and we kind of sign up for it. There are certain people in my life who I know are like soulmates. Like, when I met them, I felt like I always knew them, and I think those are people that I have known in a past life and that I know on like this spiritual plane, whatever. But I do think that you know the life you're signing up for, you know exactly who you're gonna be, and you made the decision to be this person, to go through whatever suffering you go through. And I think there is kind of an infinite amount of outcomes. Like, it is like a video game where it's like, are you gonna die? Are you gonna do this thing? Are you gonna succeed? Are you gonna really live out your purpose and realize what it is, or are you not? And I think we know what we're signing up for. We know all the different possibilities, and we're like, I want to try to do a good job at this game and achieve what I came here to achieve. But yeah, I literally just think it's like for fun, because I think we were like, let's just create this thing because we can, and let's put ourselves in these physical bodies that can experience so much, so many different feelings, so many different sensations. And sometimes I really struggle with that. Like, sometimes I really hate the physicality of Earth, and it feels like very unnatural to me. Like, I can kind of be like a germaphobe and a clean freak, and I have like phobias of bugs. I've also dealt with a lot of health issues, so in that way I really hate having a physical body sometimes, and I hate all the bad sensations that can come along with it. But on the other hand, obviously it's amazing. There's a lot of amazing feelings that we have as well. Sometimes I feel amazing in my physical body. So I got this download of information that like it's all just for fun, and I just had this feeling of knowing like this is just for fun. We are these super powerful godlike beings, and we decided that we wanted to create Earth and create humanity and create these human experiences and all these emotions because we just wanted like something fun to do. And I had this realization and just this feeling of knowing that this was true. And when this happened, I was doing my makeup. I was listening to like some affirmations or some like healing music or something on YouTube, and this video came on autoplay, which I didn't even know that YouTube like does autoplay before this happened. But this video just automatically came on, and it was literally a man talking about exactly this, saying we are in a video game, like we are these infinite beings, and basically just saying like literally exactly what I just had the thought about. I was like, okay, that's obviously a confirmation that like this is the truth. And I do think it's like we have a certain purpose, and you know, you always have that underlying feeling of what your purpose is, what you're here to do. What do you feel really passionate about? What do you feel like you really want to do, but maybe you're really scared of it and you have to overcome those fears? I think we have these like feelings that help to guide us and drive us to achieve what we came here to achieve, but it's like you can kind of fail the video game, and obviously, like, I don't know, nothing bad's gonna happen. It's like you might have the ideal outcome and, you know, do everything successfully and live an amazing life, or you might make like some of the not best decisions for your life and end up with a different version of life. And I think it's really just about enjoying life, you know, following your passion, following your purpose. And there's some lifetimes where we're supposed to realize this. Like in this lifetime, obviously I'm supposed to realize this and be aware of this. And that's something that is helping me get through all of the suffering in this lifetime. And it's also something that's helping me, I think, achieve my purpose in this lifetime. But there are probably other lifetimes where we are never woken up to the fact that we are these infinite beings. And we never, you know, get in touch with our spiritual side. I think our beliefs and thoughts like do create our reality in a way, and that whatever you believe, you're gonna be shown that it's true. I think this is true for like religion, and that's why so many people feel so strongly about their religion, because I think it is proven to them. I think when you believe something, then the universe is gonna prove it to you. And I think that's just how like particles or whatever work. Like when a particle is being observed, it changes its behavior. Like you could look into quantum physics more, and it's really interesting. There's this TED Talk I really love called Your Brain Hallucinates Your Conscious Reality. But basically I think that our beliefs do like control our reality, and that we have so much control over our reality with our mind and with our mindset and with our vibration and all of this stuff. And it's like part of the fun of life, but it's also kind of like this sick joke that like you can actually control everything when sometimes it feels like everything's so like out of your control. And it's like we actually can just create whatever life we want and have power over our lives. But obviously it's hard. It's not like the easiest thing ever. But I think like if you believe in a religion, then that's what happens. Maybe even your next lifetime will like be heaven if you believe that. Do you know what I mean? And I've been religious at times in my life, and I've had mystical experiences that like proved to me that God is real. But then when I got really into spirituality, I've had so many experiences that proved to me that spirituality is real. And it's like whatever you believe, you're gonna be shown that it's real, because whatever you believe becomes real. And I think that's like just part of the game that we invented. Like we're like, okay, let's add this fun aspect where you actually totally have control over it, and whatever you think is true is gonna be true. But yeah, I truly believe that you knew what life you were signing up for. You saw the whole thing. You saw all the possibilities, all the suffering, all the moments of joy, and you decided this was the life you wanted to live. There were really times this year where I was like, nothing could be worth the suffering I have been through. Absolutely nothing. Like I could become a billionaire, I could have the perfect family, the perfect life, living in paradise, living in a mansion with a million friends. Like, I don't know, I could have everything I ever wanted, and nothing would be worth the feelings I had this year and the health issues and the symptoms I was dealing with. But everything is just temporary, everything passes. I don't feel that way anymore. Now I'm so happy. I got so reconnected with my spirituality, and I figured out how to find happiness in every situation, and I feel like I'm following my purpose now. And because of that, I'm so grateful that everything happened the way it did, even though I really thought it would never ever be worth it. But one day it's just a memory, and it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't hurt anymore if you don't let it. But yeah, I think we were like, these are the life experiences I want to have, or this is like the challenge that I want to give myself in this lifetime, and these are the people that I want to be in this lifetime, and these are the positions and the roles I want them to play. And I really think we all just like decide on it beforehand, you know, and that we see it all. I do think your life can go in different directions depending on the decisions you make, but it's kind of part of the game. It's like, are you going to succeed? Are you going to get to, you know, the most ideal version of this life, or are you gonna get the worst version of this life? But yeah, basically we are these immortal beings. You're gonna live so many different lifetimes, so don't put so much pressure on this one. I think we are meant to have an ego. We're meant to be invested in our lives, obviously. Like you're meant to be invested in your own life, and to feel like you have an ego, and to care about your identity and care about all these things. Like we're here to have a human experience, and you don't need to rise above that and like kill your ego and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe there's some people who that's supposed to be the life they have, But I think the majority of us, we're supposed to embrace the human experience and not get so into spirituality that we like rise above it all. Because there are times I've kind of felt like I've done that, but then I'm like, no, actually, like I'm supposed to have an ego and I'm supposed to care about these things, and like I'm here to have a human experience, and I wouldn't be a human if I wasn't supposed to be caring about the human experience. But at the same time, like it's not that serious. Who cares what people think of you? I know it's like literally just in our nature to care what people think, but you were here to like achieve certain goals, to enjoy life, like really do what you gotta do to enjoy and appreciate your life as much as possible, because that's what you came here to do. You came here to just experience life, to experience the full spectrum of emotions. I especially feel like in this lifetime I've experienced like so many different mental disorders. Like I don't want to like self-diagnose myself or anything, but I feel like I've experienced at least like symptoms that mimic certain mental disorders, a lot of different mental disorders, and so many different like physical symptoms that help me relate to so many people with different health issues and different chronic illnesses. And just like I really grew up in a way where I really analyze and understand people and why we are the way we are, and I'm really into psychology. And so I feel like I especially have a life that was like meant to help me really understand a lot of people and experience so many different things. But that's really what we're all here to do. Like we're all here to just experience so many different things. Don't always view like negative emotions and negative experiences as a bad thing, because at the end of the day it's just an experience, and it's kind of cool that you get to experience like this full spectrum of human emotions. I think realizing this kind of took off some pressure for me, because I always felt like, oh, I have to learn so much, I have to grow so much, I have to become like this really like wise, healed person. It's like, why would that even matter at the end of the day? Like what is the ultimate goal? Just like raising the collective consciousness, but we're already like these like beings of love and like super high vibes at our core. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no point to this. The point is to experience it. So enjoy the experience and try to make it a good one. And like view your life as this like video game or this movie. It's not that serious, but make it as cool as it possibly can be. Like there's literally infinite possibilities. And if there's something you really want to do, there's something that would really make you happy, you can easily go get it. There's probably a reason that you are so drawn to it. It's probably because that's what you came here to do. So literally go get it and enjoy your life.